You know, my uncle after work used to sit down in his chair, launch up his TV, and watch most boring car videos you could possibly imagine. Like viewing what's inside the engine, or watching a guy that speaks language he probably never even heard about, has to say about tire friction. And after a while he would fall asleep anyway, so hey, what was the point of it? At the time, I had no idea why he was doing all of that. It all just seemed so pointless and done out of pure boredom. But as I got older, I realized that what he was doing was not done out of boredom, but out of necessity for something. Out of necessity for a good sleep. And I like to call it the sleeping video effect. Original, I know. But think about it for a moment. Do you remember the very moment where you watched something and then few moments later you want to go to sleep? Right away, on the spot, just go memer. In this video, I will be talking about sleep. Well, no, I will be talking about many methods of falling asleep with well, not really methods. I will be talking about sleepy videos, okay? I will be talking about videos that help us fall asleep. That's the main thing I will be talking about. And I have learned about those from my friends or figured them out myself, so, you know. It's a mixed bag. Sleepy video can be just any video that brings you comfort or that makes you bored while you are pretty tired. Because ultimately both boredom and comfort make you want to sleep. So depending on the person, being bored to sleep might be a more effective method of falling asleep for some people. It is a common fact that a lot of people just sleep better if they read a book before sleep instead of browsing TikTok. Not just because of the blue light and all that shit, but just for the pure reason that reading books is just boring for our brain. It makes our brain tired, and I know there will be someone in the comments like, "But Ted lad, but I love reading books, Ted lad, books are fire! Ted lad, you are just too stupid to understand, but the books are exciting as any other media, Ted lad." Books can be exciting. But it's hard to imagine a form of consuming content that consumes so much resources as reading. That's why audiobooks are slowly getting rid of the actual books, by the way. Books are just so booky, you have to imagine everything. And not only you have to decode the message behind the text, but you also have to imagine the situation, compare it to what happened in the book before, and all of that stuff. There's just a ton of things to process, and that needs to happen for you to understand a book. That's why for some people it might be boring or just tiring to read. And you can use it as a weapon if you want to fall asleep quicker. I know I have tried it for a while and it worked for me. And even though I don't use it as often as I probably should these days, I know it's good and tested method. So hey, use it whenever you want. Method is just counting sheep. No, I'm kidding. This method fucking sucks. Did it ever work for anyone? Really, anyone. Counting sheep never worked for anyone. It's just fiction made by cartoons. Anyway, back to the videos that actually help. I know this for sure, that at least 3 Minecraft YouTubers enjoy watching like barber/hairstylist videos before they fall asleep. Like genuine, actual barbershops. For example, my guy have sent me this video where there's this 100-year-old Japanese guy doing what's possibly the most old school shave you could ever get. And all this video is just this guy coming to the barbershop, ordering the most average shave there is. Guy's just shaving him, they barely even talk, if they talk at all, and the video is pretty much done. But the shave sleepy videos rabbit hole does not end there. In fact, if you spend enough time in here, you will get to know that it's almost infinite. So I will only scratch the surface of this part of the internet, because I really don't want this video to be 10 days long, okay? Baba-sen is one very well-known figure for many people with insomnia, which was pretty surprising to me. Because in most videos that I found of him, he's in the middle of some Indian city, where the only barrier between him and busy city, where people are shouting, kids are screaming, and cars are honking, is this thin layer of unspecified material. Anyway, in all of his videos, he behaves almost like a shaman. The first thing he ever does is to ask you about your and your family members' names, and then he just continues to do what he does best. Barbering? Shamaning? I don't know, but he seems to do that pretty well. Everyone seems to enjoy and have chill of a lifetime while in that place. I don't believe that anyone comes there because they want to have a new look, that they want to have a shave, or that they want to have a new haircut. The reason that they are coming there is actually because all of that funny, positive energy radiating from him. I mean, he's so unique at what he's doing, I haven't found a single person that gives similar vibe. In fact, even now that I'm doing this video, I'm watching one of Baba's videos, and it feels great! I mean, even the way this man tells you to relax, there's something about it, and believe me, it's amazing. When I've heard about it for the very first time, I was skeptical, to say the least. Well, I was skeptical as shit, but the longer I watched, the longer I started to get it. I mean, that brings me to another kind of sleepy videos. Actual shaman videos slash rituals slash whatever the fuck they're doing, but it's cool and relaxing. For example, one of the most popular things that people have been linking me are the limpia rituals. For most of you that have no idea what limpia is, don't worry. I didn't know either before making this video. Limpia is basically this Mexican cleansing ritual that's meant to clean body from all of the mean spirits and heal it from all the diseases. And from what I found and researched after my 2-minute Google check, there are two main types of limpia. The main type, which I like to call leaves and eggs, where a lady just beats you up with some leaves and then rubs an egg all over you. Then she cracks an egg and all of the bad spirits go home. The other type of limpia is smoke limpia, where most likely the same lady will dance around you with the chalice that has some burning coal inside of it that generates an ungodly amount of smoke. They will blow the horn to open all of your chakras, and then they will blow the smoke in your general direction multiple times until your eyes are crimson red. Overall, pretty relaxing. Bob Ross and the joy of painting. That was not as big of a surprise to me, as I myself have fallen asleep to Bob Ross's careful strokes more than once. There's just something about his videos, the relaxing tone of voice, the way the brush touches the canvas, and the way he tells you all the lovely, jubbly things. Overall, it's pretty easy to fall asleep when good old Ross is involved. Wood carving. Did you ever want to watch a man carve a spoon for 20 minutes straight? What about a table? Well, now you do. The thing with wood crafting and wood carving is that you Google it up once, and then after a while you gotta have a special folder full of Japanese people wood carving pens, desks, and even stringed instruments. Very cool, very relaxing, and very traditional. A cousin of wood carving is stone carving, which is also surprisingly very popular, to the point where you start to wonder if there's a difference between the two materials. One second you watch a Japanese old man carving wood, and the second later you get to see Welsh old men carving stone, and you barely see the difference between the two videos. All of you probably heard about the controversy surrounding this one. The restoration videos have a problem. The problem being that most people lie about things actually being restored. They just dip it in dirt and realistic looking rust paint and pretend it's all just to restore it. Why? Well, because it gets shit ton of views. Like, some of these channels can easily get a few million views daily. It's actual madness. But hey, it only proves my point how many people actually rely on it to fall asleep. Building videos in the forest or jungle can also give you pretty similar feeling of relaxation. They both are similarly as fake. That does not take away the fact of how relaxing both are. In both you get to see the progress of mankind on a very small scale. That's why people usually get mad when you try to fake it. You take away the experience of making mud hut alone in the jungle by having 5-ton truck just outside the camera angle. In fact, SonnyV2 made a video on that topic a while ago, so I'm not going to milk him yet like some other people and just send you off to the video in question. Same as with the wood and stone carvings, pottery is just another one of those handcrafts that just has something in them, something very special and dear to our hearts. It's just softer and slimier and you need no tools to do it, unless you count that funny table that turns that funny plate around. But yeah, who doesn't love to watch some wet sand being turned into a cup? I know I do. However, if none of these are for you, how about some guy from 30s and 50s explaining to you how levers, differential steering and transmission works? How I've said at the very start of the video, it's just one of those that I did not really understand at start, but the whole process of how car works combined with those old microphones just has something in them. I just can't quite describe it, but you know what I mean, right? It's not like I'm crazy, you're crazy. Old microphones were cool until this day, they're so relaxing, I just love hearing them. Nerve exams are great too. Nothing is more relaxing than testing if all of your natural reflexes are working exactly how they're supposed to. Hey, you, look at this flashlight. Yes, very good. Your eyes will work. For now. And other nice things that you probably shouldn't say to a stranger. I think it's so easy to tell I'm recording this at 3 AM. Anyway, where was I? Yes, the nerve exams. They're pretty nice and chill overall, one of the best things to furnish sleep to, I think. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments how would you rank these. I mean, I wasn't really ranking these, but if you want me to rank these, you can always let me know in the comments. You know, some encouragement could do wonders these days. Have you ever tested any of them? Do they work? Do they actually help you to, you know, fall asleep? Or do they just keep you awake for longer because, you know, the blue light or some shit? Let me know and see you next time. Love ya.